Well, you saw the title to this episode, so let's get to it. Cue the music. Hey, this is UFO Buster Radio, episode number 57 of the UFO Report. And we're not even going to go into news or sighting reports because we've been waiting for this announcement forever from former Blink-182 band member Tom DeLonge. And he recently had a live video conference where he introduced a team to the general public on Facebook. And thanks to Ronnie the Man Dawson, that video is linked in UBR Truth Seekers. So if you want to check it out, go there. I'm sure if you search Facebook, it'll show up somewhere else as well. We're not going to take all the credit for it. I mean, come on. But I want to play for you the promotional video for what he's proposing. And then we'll chat about it a little bit. We'll visit the website. We'll figure out what's going on. What does it mean for us? What is he trying to say? So let's cue it.
Have you ever had the desire to look outward, to the edge of what is known and unknown? We have the chance to do something revolutionary, something that I think has never been attempted before. What if I told you I found a group of like-minded people who held senior positions in the U.S. government, from the CIA to the Department of Defense to the most advanced aerospace engineering groups within our national security establishment, people who have life skills in collecting and decoding elusive information, and they all wanted to do something ambitious, something that could help change the conversation about who we are through an unparalleled search for answers that can propel humanity forward. Today we are presenting you with To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science, a public benefit corporation, the first transparent partnership of its kind between the fields of aerospace engineering, science, and cinematic entertainment, a collaboration with global citizens to explore the outer edges of conventional thinking, targeting the mysteries of the universe and using them to help unify mankind.
Humanity is clustered around a campfire, surrounded by the shadows of an infinite and cold universe. Tom and the others involved with this enterprise want to take torches, stick them in the fire, go on adventures into those shadows to explore those boundary areas and reveal what's there.
What if scientists were given resources to investigate the boundaries of traditional theory? We could finally pull together a unified study from religious scholars, archaeologists, quantum theorists, physicists, and even the most advanced aerospace engineers on the planet.
The truth of the matter is, we now know in our physics, which has been advancing, that something like warp drive is not out of the question.
To the Stars represents an opportunity to reach beyond the normal boundaries of aerospace, to create products that you can call them revolutionary, and that's too mild of a word.
I'm very excited about this. I think it's an opportunity for us to take certain topics, whether that's unidentified aerial phenomena or ESP or telepathy, and really get to the bottom of it.
Starting as a kid, I've always been interested in the actual forefront of physics, right at the edge. These days, standard mainstream physics is really outstripping science fiction.
I was in charge of the advanced aerospace threat that deals with highly sophisticated, unidentified phenomena. In the last 10 years, we've come a long way in our understanding of our place here in this universe. There are physics that we don't quite yet understand. Doesn't mean that they're not real, it just simply means that we don't have the capacity yet to understand those physics.
I think we're all frustrated by the fact that our government and conventional science neglects some of the most interesting and provocative and potentially important issues out there.
One of the things that we must do is challenge ourselves to stand in the future and look back to the present. That's the key to breakthroughs. That's the key to changing life as we know it.
I think it's in our nature to go out and explore and report back what we see. The fact is, we might not necessarily be alone.
These things are real. These things are out there. They've been out there for a long time. They are not the provenance of the government or any government in the world. They belong to us. These are things that happen to people all the time, and these are things that we need to explore. And we need, finally, to get together to figure out what this is all about.
Using state-of-the-art technology, our own advanced research and development programs, and unique storytelling experiences, our goal is to introduce these unconventional subjects and their potential to affect the world positively through a model that innovates, educates, and entertains, to present a positive and unifying message to all generations in every country and every belief system that the growth of consciousness that we all desire can start here, right now.
And I truly believe now is a time for us to move forward and finally begin to answer some of life's most deepest mysteries.
We can either crawl forward or we can take that viewpoint and say, okay, let's leap forward. Let's try to get the 25th century science this century.
This is the time that we are inviting you, the public, to help build a paradigm-shifting global movement and to own it with us. Together we can create a vehicle that pushes us forward, where we can hopefully learn that we are much more special and much more connected to each other than we could ever imagine. We are To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science, a public benefit corporation.
Okay, there you go. You had basically the crew that Tom DeLonge put together in order to answer this aerial phenomena issue, because he's not using UFO. He's using unidentified aerial phenomena. Now before we get into all this craziness, let's just talk about this. Tom was making headlines. Him, Podesta, all these covert secret meetings, thanks to the Russians and Assange and all those guys. It was, the cat was out of the bag, right? I mean, apparently Tom has been digging through holes, meeting behind strip bars. I don't know what he was doing, but basically he apparently was in contact with a lot of people in government, a lot of people in the know regarding UFOs. So we're waiting because at that time when all this information came out, he says, I got something big coming, but I'm going to release, this book, and I'm going to open his website, and you can go and buy some shit here. And, if you feel froggy, buy the damn book, but the book is not really nonfiction. It's fictional, but it gives you an idea of where I'm coming from if all the emails and all the secret conversations did not. And so then he disappeared. And we were looking for Podesta. We were looking for Tom, and we knew Podesta got his ass handed to him, not only because of the lost election, because he was too dumb to set a freaking password correctly. So then we said, Podesta, he's probably got the brain matter of a turnip. So maybe Podesta was not our best hope. Maybe it's a good thing that he slid into the abyss of election nuclear destruction, and we don't need him. Maybe the little man who had big UFO dreams was not the guy we needed. So we kept on looking for Tom, and slowly Tom just fell off the face of the earth. He was also gone. Maybe somebody probed him. Maybe the dark government got to him and gave him the probing of a lifetime. And now today we hear that the probing probably didn't take, that he is still going to fight back, and he's going to try to solve the UFO or UAP situation through what he calls the To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science. The live video with this entire crew is about 43 minutes long. I recommend you check it out if you have any interest in what Tom is saying. Admittedly, he is trying to solve this. And I want to say this right up front, that when this video started, and I clicked on this link, I clicked on it, and I was like, what the hell is Tom DeLonge? What is he doing? Is he really going to let the cat out of the bag in a Facebook Live transmission? The answer is no. What we thought he was going to bring forward didn't happen. He wasn't bringing together all the information that he quote unquote gathered from all these secret meetings. He didn't present it to us. Instead, he presented this corporation, and he presented these individuals, this team from all different parts of government that are supposed to help him make a difference, solve technology through researching science and many other topics which ufology in many ways has stayed away from. And recently, the reason I've conducted the interviews that I have in the last 5 weeks or so is because something has crept into my mind, and I see glimpses of this in Tom DeLonge's efforts right now. And that is that I'm really starting to believe that ufology should never be separated from the paranormal. There is an aspect of the paranormal that really seems to be entirely intertwined with the study of UFOs. And it may be just incidental, but there's a lot of UFO stories out there from experiencers that really speaks to paranormal activity. And I'm not talking about ghosts and demons and things like that. I'm talking about all the other things. I'm talking about human ability that may only be explored through the paranormal. Because people that believe in the paranormal are the only ones that really want to explore those topics. And we know that our government for many years has been involved in investigating and using human abilities in order to do some dirty work, in order to get the leg up on the competition. And we're not talking about math, we're not talking about science, we're not talking about building Fat Man and Little Boy. We're talking about innate human abilities that are not being explored because the normal, everyday, blue-collar person might think that you talking about it or you saying that you have those abilities makes you a kook. Those are the abilities that I'm talking about. So in the description, I have the link to the website for the To the Stars Academy. And I want to say this. And let me get back to what I was about to say because I sidetracked myself. But when I saw Tom DeLonge's video, the live video, when he first started it, the name Igor Asherbelly came straight to the front of my frontal lobe. It just came shooting right to the front. And I'm looking at this video and I am recalling Asherbelly's video, and it's like a competition now. It's a competition to see who can build an organization to solve the UFO phenomena. And listen, in a lot of ways, it's fantastic. Many people have thought that it's going to be private enterprise that's going to bring the topic of ufology, UAPs, whatever the hell it is you want to call it, to the forefront, to the point where we can actually have open conversations and define what's really going on. Asherbelly, Tom DeLonge, and people like them are the ones that are out there making this happen. But the question is there any one of these individuals who are part of this information? And that's something we're not going to be able to answer now, but it's something that sticks to the back of my mind whenever I see groups like this coming up. So some of the things that this particular corporation is going to be looking at, which again, it's profound what they're saying. You know, they're not trying to develop a country in space to guard us from wayward meteors. They're trying to combine science. Now they're looking at things like, you know, creating a human ultra experience database. And this database is going to catalog different types of supernormal experiences. And they're trying to create algorithms to find patterns that correlate those experiences and bring them into academic research. Another crazy thing they're doing is brain-computer interface technology. So you'll be plugged into your phone, or your phone will be plugged into you. You just got to find a spot for it. Some people may enjoy areas that already come with compartments. The other thing is that they're going to be engineering the space-time metric and developing propulsion technologies and taking all of that and trying to build a space-worthy craft that will use those technologies to go into space. The one that I really am intrigued about is telepathy. They're looking to explore locations in the brain where the phenomena of telepathy is centered and develop protocols to enhance it. I mean, this sounds like the stuff that we've been hearing the government has been doing for years, for decades. So now Tom is saying, I'm going to bring all these people that used to work for the government in some of the most deepest, most secret departments, and I'm going to bring them forward to create and develop this To the Stars Academy. Now, for the sake of argument, this is the mission statement for the To the Stars Academy, and that is that it strives to be a powerful vehicle for change by creating a consortium among science, aerospace, and entertainment that will collectively work to allow gifted researchers the freedom to explore exotic science and technologies with the infrastructure and resources to rapidly transform them to products that can change the world. The one component about this that's kind of, it's kind of iffy is the fact that he's still including entertainment into the formula for this. Now, under science, they want to look at consciousness, engineering space-time, brain-computer interface, we just talked about that, telepathy, and an analysis center for UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. Then there's aerospace, electrogravitic propulsion, beamed energy launch systems, and then, just to, line the pockets. I mean, you got to have money for all this, and I'm sure he doesn't have all the money in the world, but he's going to add entertainment, and under that, he's looking at inspirational storytelling, feature films, scripted series, publications, and novelties, which he already does that. He already has the novelties and the publications and, all the other fake bullshit that people buy just for the hell of it. You also get the opportunity to invest in this corporation if you feel like it. Like I said, the link is in the description. You can go to the website. There's a big blue button on there that says invest. If you believe what Asher Bailey Jr. is doing, it's up to you. Me, myself, I think I want to wait, give it some time. I really would hate for people to invest in this and then he do like he did before and disappear off the face of the earth. But we will see, right? Only time will tell what Tom and the gang is going to do. That's his new group. Forget about Blink-182. It's Tom and the gang now. So don't forget, if you like the podcast, like, follow, share. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. And Tom, you're welcome. I spread the word for you. Hopefully you'll do something with it. You don't let us down. And maybe you can have like a little space war with Asher Bailey. And I think that would be entirely entertaining for me. I don't know about you guys, but I'd love it. Time for me to check out. I will catch you this weekend as we test our Skype connection with a guest. Not the guest that I want to have, but a guest that you're familiar with. So, with that said, sayonara muchachos, adios.